Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Augusta. I'm Deon Guillory. We are watching the weather this morning.
Deon?
All right, George, we are following some breaking news this morning in Richmond County. You have questions about Ebola and we are getting them answered for you. Before you get your game face on, we have the inside scoop on how you can navigate your way through the stores. They're very nice and stylish.
Yeah, with all the lights in here, yeah.
And you have a great cause. Your debit card is very convenient.
By later Sunday into Monday, Deon.
That's rain that has people not wanting to go to work on Monday.
Because I grew up watching that show.
And that's why I feel the show is rigged.
Here we go. True or false, one dust storm can move up to 300 million tons of topsoil.
How fast is the storm?
That's a good question.
It's allowed to get past these gates unless they bought a ticket right here. Take a closer look at the picture of this dog. You can see the chains wrapped around its neck. This investigation is one he is taking very seriously. Same-sex couples in Aiken aren't getting marriage licenses yet, but they are getting applications like this one. Wait for some results from some tests to figure out what that substance was. And take a look behind me. We've got a lot of activity happening in the last 10 minutes. She says he took her wallet, removed the money that was inside, threw the wallet on the ground, and put the money in a red pillowcase. We are following some breaking news this morning in Richmond County. Firefighters are working to put out a house fire on Hall Street. That's in the Laney Walker Bethlehem community. Now, this is a neighborhood that's been redeveloped in the past few years. We're told no one was in the home at the time of the fire. Investigators tell us no other homes are in danger. No word at this hour on what started that fire. New this morning, former D.C. Mayor Marion Barry has died. We are told the 78-year-old civil rights activist died late Saturday night. Just last Thursday, Barry tweeted about his taped appearance on an Oprah Winfrey TV special that was scheduled to air today. Barry served 4 terms as mayor and was re-elected to the city council back in 2012. His terms were overshadowed by his 1990 arrest after being caught on videotape smoking crack cocaine. His cause of death has not yet been made public. Aiken County investigators are awaiting autopsy results after a murder-suicide in New Ellington, South Carolina. They tell us 62-year-old James Tomac shot and killed his wife, 44-year-old Teresa, before taking his own life. News Channel 6's Margaret Ann Carter uncovers details from neighbors who say they are surprised. That was Margaret Ann Carter reporting. We're told the couple worked at SRS. Time now 7:07. Aiken City Council is scheduled to meet tomorrow. The work session will start at 6:30 and the regular scheduled meeting will begin at 7. That's at the Municipal Building on Park Street. According to the agenda, the group plans to discuss sewer repairs on Silver Bluff Road, sewer lines for the Holiday Inn on Whiskey Road, and costs for the Eustis Park Senior or Youth Center. Turning now to Augusta, where local churches made Thanksgiving wishes come true. Lines wrapped around the James Brown Arena Saturday morning as 4 congregations fed nearly 3,000 people. Take a look at those lines. The event was sponsored through the Bridges Ministry. It is the first time the group has served this many people at once. That's what we're told. Church members made 750 meals each with donations from Golden Harvest Masters Table and Bilo. Volunteers tell us it's all about giving back. 3,500 coats were also given away for those in need. The ministry will host a Christmas service and meal next month under the Calhoun Expressway Bridge. Another local church got together to prepare meals to send overseas. Volunteers at Aldersgate UMC packed more than 10,000 meals to help the organization Stop Hunger Now. Each package feeds 6 people and contains a vitamin packet, dehydrated soil and vegetables, and is topped off with rice. With more than 800 million people in the world who are starving, these meals are constantly boxed up and sent out. More than 20,000 people die every day from hunger and hunger-related illnesses outside of the United States. And if you've registered to get a free turkey through the James Brown Turkey Giveaway, it's almost time to pick up your bird. The Brown Family Children Foundation will hand out the turkeys tomorrow at Dias Park. This is only for people who registered and qualified to get a turkey. Volunteers are still needed for this year's Turkey Trot 5K 10K. WJBF and the Salvation Army teaming up for this year's event is happening Saturday, November 29th at the Old Richmond Academy Parade Grounds. That's on Telfair Street. And if you would like to volunteer, call the number right there on your screen at 706-434-3185. Time now 7:14. You're looking at a live picture from our Jiffy Lube Skyview network. This is from Television Park, where you can see Bobby Jones Expressway and a little bit of Wrightsboro Road. And the streets are wet this morning. A very soggy Sunday. Chief Meteorologist George Myers will be up in the next couple of minutes to explain our risk for possible severe weather today. Many more people are hitting the road this year for Thanksgiving. AAA predicts more than 43 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more from home for the holiday between Wednesday and Sunday, and that's the highest volume since 2007. Nearly 90% of holiday travels will hit the road while enjoying the lowest gas prices in about 4 years. And if you plan on shopping during the holiday, add Walmart to your list. Black Friday deals started this weekend. The retailer is offering reduced prices on everything from toys and electronics to even some appliances. But the catch is that all pre-Black Friday sale items are only available online.
Kristen, you may kiss your bride, Kayla.
Same-sex couples are tying the knot in South Carolina. Several couples were given marriage licenses in Charleston on Wednesday. Chrissy DeLagle and Haley Latham are hoping to be one of the first same-sex couples to get a marriage license in Aiken County.
I'm so excited to marry the woman of my dreams, but I'm so nervous that they're going to still say no.
Yeah, this is a very exciting time for us in our community. We've strived so hard to come so far, and to know that South Carolina, of all places, are ready. So we're excited. We just hope that they don't say no.
30 minutes later, it's all over. Our couple coming out with an application in hand.
For Aiken to give us an application, but not even allow us to turn it in until 12 o'clock tomorrow, is a slight step backwards. I think they're still waiting for another stay.
A stay Attorney General Alan Wilson is waiting on from the Supreme Court. His office says he won't comment on licenses being given out in Charleston, but did release this statement on Tuesday saying, quote, "We continue to believe the doctrine of federalism and the 10th Amendment should allow South Carolina's unique laws to be considered at the highest appropriate court of appeal," end quote. 33 states have legal same-sex marriage. Virginia and North Carolina are the most southern states. South Carolina could be number 34. We are back inside the Aiken County Courthouse. Our cameras aren't allowed inside the probate judge's offices, but I'm going to walk inside there myself to find out why they are not issuing marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Judge Angela Little says her office is waiting for an email from the Supreme Court about its decision. Then licenses will be given after 12:01 Thursday afternoon. This picture of a dog in Burke County is being shared on Facebook. The pit bull named Nitro is seen with a chain around its neck and 2 padlocks. In its yard, the dog's bones can be seen. It's a concern for Samantha Holton.
It's actually rubbing his neck, his hairs, his whole neck is gray from it.
Holton is also concerned about the dog's house and the cold weather. She filed an incident report and even went to court.
I'd like to get Nitro out of the situation he's living in. There are so many more dogs like that in this county.
Burke County doesn't have animal services, so everything has to come through the sheriff's office, but I'm told there's only so much they can do.
We're not able to pick animals up. We don't have the personnel or the training or the equipment or actually the facility to put these animals in when they're picked up.
Sergeant Lowe is heading up the investigation. He says he's had to ask Richmond County Animal Services for advice on what to do. You guys have a small staff. Animal services is needed in the county.
Yes, I think it would benefit Burke County as well as the sheriff's office.
Until that happens, Holton feels knowledge could help.
I mean, we need humane education here.
Holton has to file an application for a criminal warrant to get this dog. Now, she'll go back to court on December 10th to do that. As far as Burke County getting animal services, that's up to the Board of Commissioners. We tried to talk to the dog's owner, but no one was home.
Gust of wind come up, looked out the door, and chairs started flying everywhere.
Couches, tables, and other outdoor furniture tossed around by a thunderstorm in Burke County Monday evening. This is what it looks like now in Jason Blackburn's backyard. Couch pillows thrown against the fence, chairs now at the bottom of his pool.
We're a little scared. That's about it.
In this exclusive video, you can see the furniture is picked up and the gust moves over Blackburn's pool. His dog Ace runs to check it all out, while a house with Blackburn's other dog Cash is picked up by the wind.
Of course, our first thoughts were the dog that was in the little house and ran outside to check on him.
This is what's left of that doghouse. I'm holding one of the many pieces of wood that's just thrown about the yard. You saw in that video that the house was just picked up. Well, right here is where it was dropped off. And the question is, what caused all of this?
More than likely, it's what you call a gustnado.
News Channel 6 meteorologist Ed Bloodsworth says gustnadoes are rarely seen in the CSRA.
A lot of people mistake them for tornadoes, but there's no connection between that little ground swirl and the parent thunderstorm. It's just caused by an outward push of wind or a gust of wind out from the thunderstorm.
Blackburn's dogs are fine and no one was hurt. Now he waits for the insurance adjuster.
Once he comes and tells us to go ahead, of course, we'll get it cleaned up and get them put back in place, maybe something a little bit sturdier.